This week in 3D Archery, we're going to take a look at the bow I built. Hey everybody, and welcome to 3D Archery. Alright, I built another bow. A little more to it than that. What I did is I ordered enough stuff to build two bows. Right? And I wanted to take my bow building to the next level. I wanted to make accents. Everybody's using phenolic stripes in the middle, things like that. I want to learn how to do that. So my first one that I was going to build was going to have a red phenolic stripe with two white phenolic strips in the riser. And I made the lamination, came out beautiful. Cut it to my form, put it on there, came out of my press perfect. It was all ready. Went to cut it and I used my bandsaw. I don't trust my bandsaw, but you just never learn. And as I'm cutting, I'm going like this, and all of a sudden it went gang, the bandsaw cut right in and ruined the bow. It is a Ryobi tabletop. And what it is, if you know how bandsaws work, this is your blade, and they have these two large wheels on either side that stops the blade from doing this. My Ryobi didn't have wheels, it had two needle nose. So if you put any pressure, that blade would kick over like that all the time. I did all the adjustments, I watched all these videos on YouTube, and I still couldn't correct it. And I was fed up. It cost me a beautiful bow. Right? And I was like, But like any times in life, one door closes, another door opens, opportunity presents itself. So I was telling a guy I shoot with up here in Yogi, Scott, the main guy here, about it, and I go, I'm ready to smash this freaking bandsaw with a hammer. I'm ready to just chuck it. I'm done with it. I went to Home Depot looking, and I'm real picky what I want. I know what I need now. And he just smiled and he goes, Greg, I got you covered. I go, what? He goes, I got a quality one that I'm going to give you. He goes, he got a new one. He has this old one. It's just been sitting in his shop. Nobody wants to buy it from him. I go, I'll buy it. How much is it? He goes, nothing. I'm going to give it to you. So I got a new bandsaw. And for my next one, my third one that I already had pre-planned, I wanted to copy the Ben Pearson bows from the 1950s and the 1960s. Right? And I'll show you up next the bow that I wanted to copy pattern-wise. The bow that I want to copy pattern-wise is this one right here. This is a 1963 Ben Pearson Colt. 60-inch bow, 40 pounds at 26 inches. But in the late 50s and early 60s, Ben Pearson did a lot of this wood laminations, right? Like this stuff. And I always thought that was pretty cool. It's a total choice whether you like. And it's real easy to see what they did. They got the center and different layers like that. Now I am going to say the bow that I'm building is not a Colt actually. The Colts were this thin. The Ben Pearson Collegian is the bow I cloned. It's a 1969 model. The outline is all the same. This is just thicker. So that's what I copied. And I had to say one thing about the Collegian. It had to be a dang good bow. Why do I say that? Because it came out in the 50s and they kept making it all the way up into the 80s, I think it was. So this bow was around for like 30-something years. So that says something about the design, geometry of this bow. All right. So I went out, copied that, cut my wood. I'm using bobinga and maple. Laminated it together, put it in the press. Now one thing I'm going to say here is when I ordered the two kits, I thought, notice the word thought, I ordered exactly the same thing I did in my other bow. And my bow came out to 45 pounds. When I cut the limbs down and changed the shape of it, I got it down to 42. So I was, this is going to be a 40-pound bow. I'm going to have me a new bow. So I made it, laminated it, came out fine. Cut it, put it in the oven, came out beautiful. Sanded all the goop off, perfect. I used the exact same templates on my limbs as I did on my other bow. Cut it down with a new bandsaw, beautiful. And I will say, that bandsaw cut a ton of time off my bow build. So, everything's on track. I am feeling good. This baby is going to be awesome. Put it on the bow rack, or my bow scale, 20 pounds. What the fish kill is that? Don't know what happened. Either I ordered wrong, or they shipped me the wrong laminations. But you know what? One door closes, another door opens. It was 20 pounds. Looked upstairs, and I go, honey. She says, yeah, and I go, guess what? You're getting a bow. She's like, what? I go, I'm gonna build you a custom bow. Well, I did. You know what? And I'm happy that she's got a great bow, and I'm unhappy that it's not mine. This is it right here. This is how she came out. Right? Bubinga maple. I coated it with True Oil, which I love. True Oil just makes things look so much better. I just love the stuff. Yeah, it's not a one put on deal. You got to put on 4 or 5 coats. I think this is 4 coats right here. Great bow look wise. The other thing I did is I went out and bought a vertical sander, and that's where it has a triangle belt, and the belt runs this way, right, vertically. And what that does, you can put it on there and you can make rounded edges now. My first bow, if you ever see it, it's very flat and angular because I did it by hand. And I'm learning, I'm getting better. And this is how she came out. One thing I'll say about the shelf, you can see I rounded it heavy. And look how small it is. And that is due to this right here. My wife shoots 1,000 spined Predator 2s. 1,000 spined. My wife only has a 26-inch draw length. So for her, this is going to be about 18 to 20 pounds max. Right? That's what she looks like. I'll bring you in and show you why I made the shelf like I did. There you go. See that? The arrow just barely fits on it. Made the handle a little longer than mine. I made a lot of little tweaks and improvements over mine. And the big thing I did with this is I worked on it, had my wife hold it, draw it, tell me how it felt, and we went that way on it. So this bow is definitely customized just for her. And we're out here today to shoot it and test it to see how it works. Yep, and I put the name on it, Colt Traditional. Oh, and the cool part to me is my limb tips. See my limb tips? Bubinga maple. But where I got the wood, it was the leftover wood from my cutout and my riser. I took that wood and I recycled it. So, you know, I'm pretty happy with that. All right. Let's see how she shoots. Now, I will say I'm shooting right-handed, so give me a break. I knocked it up, everything last night, strung it, and the string stretched, so my knock points are off. And I'm not too worried about it. I will shoot split finger. All right, let's see how we do. The target's 20 yards away. Let me get this arrow. Sorry, arrow fell over. I will say, building your own bow is very gratifying to shoot. Pretty good. She shoots really nice, no hand shock. Yeah, I hear her making some noise, but it's not tuned like I said. I'll put some string silencers on it maybe. I don't know. Yeah, I think she's gonna like this. I think it's just a gorgeous looking bow. Here's a bullseye. All right, so building a bow is pretty simple, right? It's a great bow. I love it. My next step is do a couple other things. Andy, if you're watching, I know I promised to build you a bow, and I am going to do it. I'm learning. I think I'm pretty much there. I'm going to build you that hunting bow. Andy, me and you got to get together. I'm going to let you shoot a couple different ones, find out what poundage. I know for hunting in New York, you got to have, I think, at least a 40, so I'll build at least 45 pounds. But I'll let you shoot them, see how you like them, and then we'll take it from there, Andy. A little high. Tell you what, I silenced this baby out. I think she's going to work just great. All right, let's take a couple more here. Ooh, Alright, boys and girls, if you can build your own bow, I'm just going to tell you right now, don't be intimidated by the process. It's pretty straightforward, right? It's not that hard. There's plenty of information out there on it, but I'm telling you, you'll never get a satisfaction like you will shooting a bow that you built. Every time I shoot mine that I do and I hit well, I'm like, I can't believe I built that bow. Alright, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. And I'll see you next time with an all-new episode of 3D Archery. Alright, I'll see you later.